What's up, everybody? Rob Gill, Epic Insurance Services. We are here in the Profit Center, and we are just creating magic, putting money back into your pocket where it belongs to our overall strategies. Always dot your I's and cross your T's. And with that, today's title is, what are the best estate planning and wealth preservation financial strategies and solutions? You know, it's so interesting to me, like when it comes to understanding financial planning, financial services, it's not just like you turn the key and you're there. It's not just like you buy one product and everything happens for you. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of grind. It's really getting all the professionals on the same page, as well as your team, because your team and the office DNA is equally as important. And there's no better teammate out there than my man, Eddie Gartner. What's up,
How you doing,
Ed?
Rob?
How you doing, brother?
Awesome.
Quick question. Can you share with these folks what is estate planning and you know, play within it and just have some fun?
So for all you out there asking the question, right? Estate planning is something that you're starting to do, right? So on a simple sense, let's think about a person starting off in life, right? Maybe you're married, maybe you have some children. You have to start thinking about, well, what happens if I'm not here, right? And so inside of that, an estate planning attorney is somebody that you would use to help create your wills. Maybe you have some trust for the kids.
Important access though, right? You have an estate attorney. They may not be aligned with the proper planning that you're doing, right?
Fair.
So like, isn't this the part where folks should really make sure that the planners are on the same page, including the alignment between the advisor and the estate attorney? So I'm sorry, go ahead.
Absolutely. So think about just starting off in life, right? An estate plan is going to be basically your will. You might have some powers of attorney, healthcare proxy, just different things to think about. And I'm not an attorney, but to Rob's point, working with an attorney and making sure that attorney is also working with your other planners is going to be paramount to you executing a great estate plan.
You know, because interesting dynamic, if you look at the financial services industry, you know, there's a lot of cookie cutter planning out there.
Absolutely.
Right? Which requires a 9-to-5 job.
I
think what we do is like, there is no 9-to-5. It's just, you know, the doors are, we're always working.
Of course.
There's lawyers, and, you know, we're not judging, but they also have cookie cutter planning. They also have a certain type of metrics that they're going to use when it comes to estate planning. And that's why I want to reiterate this it's so important to make sure that the outside of the box thinking, the holistic approach, not only for your financial planner, not only for your insurance agent, but your trust officer and your state attorney is so important. Right. And I think the next thing that Ed, if you could share with these folks, wealth positioning. If you can get a little bit into those details.
Absolutely. So I think still in the space of estate planning, right, you may be more sophisticated, meaning you have more accounts. Maybe you own a business. Maybe you have stock positions that were sent down to you from your grandparents or your parents, right? There may be things that are important to you in your estate, and it's a little more complex than, you know, the average person just starting off. In that space, you want to start to think about, what are my strategies that I'm going to implement for wealth preservation? And Rob, what that really means is, how do I make sure that the dollars I have today stay protected, right? The government's not getting their hands on them, and I'm able to transfer as much down to my family as I can.
Yeah, and I think one of our guests the other day, Carolyn DeSena, was really a shining example of what that looks like, where they set up generational trusts to make sure it was outside the scope of taxation without representation. With that being said, though, Ed, so you just talked on, like, you know, preserving your money, preserving your wealth. Now, if everyone just did that and just had it inside of investments versus inside of investments with the proper kind of insurance, how does that tie into the estate side of the equation?
So I think from an estate planning perspective, insurance is a highly used tool because it's a way to create immediate liquidity. And what does that mean? In the event that something happens tragically, and as Rob would say, you shuffle off this mortal coil, if that happens to you, right, there may be an instance, like, let's say you're a real estate investor and you have a bunch of homes, right? There could be and we don't know what the tax laws are going to be. And that's why it's important for your estate plan to have, be reviewed constantly. But let's say your family has an estate tax issue. If there wasn't available capital at that moment to pay those estate taxes, that could end up where your family might have to liquidate something, whether it be a business or
within
property.
9 months of the death date. You have 9 months that you have to liquidate everything. And imagine if you had to liquidate everything when there's a pullback in the market or in the real estate market, and that's where all your assets are.
The last point, I think, in their question here is, strategies and solutions. And is there a difference between a strategy and a solution? What I would say is that a strategy is something that's put together, right? It's an idea, it's a concept that's put out there.
A nursery rhyme.
It could be.
Buy term and invest the difference.
That's a strategy, right? But your attorney may have put together a strategy for you.
Yep.
How many buy-sell agreements for businesses do we see put together but not signed?
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of difference between having a strategy and actually executing on it, which is where I think the solutions lie. We take the strategy and we execute on that strategy, and those are the solutions for you.
So we're providing a lot of powerful information that could put a lot of money back into your pocket where it belongs, if structured the right way. If you want to connect to one of the team members here at Epic, click the link below.
And if you're searching for more information still, check out this video here.